Hey guys, it's me, Carlos, StrikeFreedom78. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between two real grade models of one of my favorite iconic mobile suits from the Mobile Suit Gundam series. And that is, of course, the granddaddy himself, the RX-78-2 Gundam. And if you like this kind of content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. It means so much to me, and it'll help the channel grow. And I'm already at 400 plus subscribers, so everyone who's been a part of this journey with me, I thank you for your support. And for those of you who have subscribed for the first time to my channel, welcome. And I hope you guys enjoy all the content that I post. And without further ado, let's take a look at these. Let's take a closer look at these. So, right here is the first real grade release of the Granddaddy RX-78-2. This was released back in 2010, and this version of the RX-78-2 was to promote Japan for the Tokyo Olympics back then, in its bid to have the Olympics held in Tokyo for the 2016 or 2014 Olympic Games. But this particular mobile suit had a statue in Odaiba, and over in an open field, and then even though it was still in Odaiba, it was eventually moved to Diver City, and in Odaiba, and at its base is the Gundam front, or which is now called the Gundam base, and then eventually it was replaced with the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam. And this particular version of the Gundam RX-78, this is a very early design in which as you can see, the feet is much different. Also, the waist, the fold, and of course the shield, the chest, especially the front vents and the cockpit, and the shoulder pieces. They're more towards a more realistic looking anime version of the iconic mobile suit. And because of the even though the color separation of this kit is just advanced it's advanced for its time, there are a lot of differences that really stand out. Like the colors are much more muted and darker in color, and they look a little faded. And also the calves, and there's a lot of color separation in them, but there's not a whole lot of detail. And not to mention, because it was the very first real grade, there's a lot of even though the gimmicks were trying to go for were advanced at the time, and they provided the template of what was to come, and there and one of the main problems for this particular one is that the endoskeleton was made out of a softer plastic, and it was prone to prone to getting getting droopy over time, as well as the joints getting loose, and it's already beginning to show, especially around the shoulder area and the knees. And also the decal placement of the shoulders, as well as the eyes, they're much different. And also the way the Hyper Bazooka is mounted on its back, it's very loose, so I ended up having to super glue it in place, since I usually don't use it anyway. And I also don't like it when my the accessories on my figures or model kits come off too easily. Now, that's the very first real grade. Now, here is the 2.0. There's so much detail packed into this one kit, and I feel like whenever I look at this version of the Granddaddy RX-78, I always look at it as the miniaturized version of the Perfect Grade Unleashed, and there's a whole lot of mechanical detail when it came to the build, and I did what other fans had done before, and that was building the endoskeleton first, and it was from and when I did that, I felt like it was a good thing I did, because it made me appreciate how much effort was put into building the internal mechanics for this mobile suit, and I'm just blown away at all the mechanical details before I added the armor layers. And also the decal placement for the tactical markings on this mobile suit were just scattered all over, and at first I was hesitant on applying the decals, but this tiny little voice inside me was going like, what the hell are you waiting for, Carlo? Do it. Add the stickers. I mean, add the decals. It just doesn't feel complete without them. That voice eventually won, and I eventually put the decals on them, even though it's not perfect. It really made all the difference, and it felt like this mobile suit just popped straight out of the promotional images from the box. And adding the panel linings to the head also made more difference than I had realized too. And the way the chest is and the entire upper body is designed, everything's been redesigned for the better, and I'm also impressed by some of the other gimmicks, like having this sectioned wrist piece to add more range of movement. And I would have no doubt that this would make its way to Hollywood screens if the Mobile Suit Gundam movie ever does come out. And I still have faith. And this kit is one of those reasons why. Because Bandai has been pushing the envelope when it comes to making Gunpla ever since the 1980s, and it's no wonder that they have been so successful all these years in several markets around the world, including here in America. And I couldn't be happier. And I also didn't have to worry about putting any decals on the eyes or the cameras. The only decals I ever put were on the main parts of the body, not and nowhere near the head, because I felt like if I put any decals on the head, it would just cover up all the details, like the main camera on top of its head. It's all in clear, translucent red plastic, and it's in the front and it's in the back. And if I shined a light through that, it would really pop. And also, there was a lot of color separation in regards to the eyes as well, and I would be doing this kit an injustice if I added any decals to the eyes. So I just left it be. I'm just overall happy that with how the version 2.0 Real Grade RX-78-2 Gundam turned out, and it's so much better than my first Real Grade of the 2010 Real Grade RX-78-2 by far. And as I love both of these kits, but I feel like the 2.0 is a vast improvement, and it shows. The color separation in comparison to the original Real Grade, as well as all the mechanical and articulated details, and not to mention, there's also a storage area for the hybrid bazooka, and it doesn't and I didn't have to put any super glue in it, and it sat snug and secure in this tiny little panel piece that flips out and attaches to the grooved section of the hybrid bazooka. And it, as you can see, hold up, I'm trying to do this without here we go. As you can see, it sits snug and secure without having me put super glue on it, and it just sits right here in this back panel piece, which opens up right here, and it just attaches like so. See? It won't fall off. So that is basically the that's the comparison of the original Real Grade RX-78-2 1.0 and the 2.0 together. And as I said, if you like this content, that I post every day, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And it definitely helps the channel grow in several ways, and I can post more content like this, and it brings me a whole lot of joy to express what I love to do. And one of my hobbies is, of course, action figure collecting and building plastic model kits like this. Hopefully, I also want to be able to push myself to building more detailed models, like the my next future project is going to be the SA-77 Sylphid from the original Sega CD game Sylphid. And hopefully, when I do get enough disposable income for that and the right supplies to build it, hopefully I'll be able to showcase it in an upcoming video. So right now, this is my by far right now one of my favorite videos that I love to post right here. And to all my 400 plus subscribers, I just want to say thank you for being with me on this journey. And if you've subscribed for the first time, welcome. And I just hope that you guys can show some support for me in any way you can, and I can provide more positivity and more enthusiasm through what I love to do through my videos. So anyway, this is Carlos, Strike Freedom 78, signing off, wishing you all a wonderful day, and stay safe, and above all, stay kind. I'll see you later. This is Strike Freedom 78, signing off.